Welcome in this second session of the reading and study of the Coptic Bible. Today we will read and study the chapter 2 of the book of Genesis in Bohairic Coptic, the holy book of the Coptic Orthodox Church. I will just remind you quickly that the Coptic Bible is very different than the other version used today, because it's based on the Septuaginta, and the text of the Septuaginta, which is the basis for the Coptic Bible, was more ancient than the today known Hebrew text. So it's a very important text to study the Bible, and it's the basis of the Coptic Orthodox Church. So let's start the chapter 2 of Genesis. Verse 1. Owo avgo kevol enje eftfe nem epkahi nem pusol seltirf. I remind you also that the English translation that is provided on the right side of the screen is the translation of the Greek Septuaginta, and there is some little difference most of the time. Sometimes a quite big difference, but it's not very frequent. But the Coptic Bible, the English translation of the Greek Septuaginta, gives a very good basis to translate and to study the Coptic version. O avgukevol enje etfe nemebkahi. Here the etfe, the sky. Remember that NG introduces the subject, and etfe, the sky, and the sky, owo, NG etfe, and the sky, avgo kevol, was finished. The subject is at singular, in singular form. But in Coptic, you can add something, even if there's something in singular, you can add something after. Nem ebkahi. So the sky was finished, and also the earth. So maybe you would say, and the heavens. The English on the right, it's in the plural, but in Coptic it's in the singular. The sky was finished, and also the earth, and their whole arrangement. Pusol sel tirf, literally their whole arrangement, their whole preparation, their whole order. Their whole order. Second verse. Owo aifnuti gok en nefekvi owi evol ni etaf samio u gen pieho oem marshomt owo afem tonem mof gen pieho oem marshashf evol ha nefekvi owi tiru ni etaf samio u. And God, gok en nefekvi owi evol, here the same verb, which can mean to be finished or to finish. God finished all his works, which were created, ni etaf samyu, which he created. Gen pieho u emmar. Sorry, I said emmarshomt. It's an error. Gen pieho u emmar so u in the sixth day. O afemton emmof, and he ceased. He took a break. In the seventh day. Evol hanefekvi owitiru, from all his works, ni taf samiu, which he had created. Verse 3. Owo aifnuti esmu epieho oe marshashf, owo aftuvof, je enechri enchitf, afemton emmof, evol ha nefekvi owitiru, ni etav erhitz en samiu en jefnuti. And God blessed the seventh day, obu aftuvov, and he sanctified. It can mean he purified him, but also sanctified. He sanctified it. Because in this day, because in this day, Afemton Emov, he took a break, he ceased to cease from a work. So Afemton Emov to take to be quiet, Afemton to be quiet, to rest. So he rested. He took a break from all his works that he started to created. God, again the subject is repeated, that God had started to create them. Literally they repeat the object also. So it's interesting that here you have a verb meaning at the end of the verse, begin, erhitz, ni etaf erhitz en samyou ngf nuti. That means, that can convey the meaning that the creation of the 6 days, it's like a beginning. God created beginning of things. And the creation continues after his work. But the perfection of the creation is that the creation can continue by itself after. It's one of the possible meaning, because God started to create in the 6 days. So it's a beginning. And why this, even if it's a beginning, it's both a beginning and both a perfection. Gokevol. The verb gokevol was used in the first two verses. Okay? But here the text says etaferhitz, he began to create them. The meaning is that it's a beginning of creation, and the creation will continue by itself, because it's the perfection of God to give to the creation the possibility to continue to be created in itself. That's why we say procreation, for example. Verse 4. Fai epgom en samyo en etfe nemepkahi hote etafshopi empie hou etaifnuti samyo en etfe nemepkahi. This is the book of the creation of the sky, or the heaven, and the earth, hote etafshopi empie hou, when it came to be, on the day, or in the day in which God created the sky and the earth. So you have again here a new narrative which will repeat some features of the creation, but in another meaning, another point of view. Verse 5. Nemsim niven etwetuot et koi empaturot hijen epkahi, je ne empate efnuti ho hijen pikahi, o ne emmon romi pe erhob epikahi. So here you have a clue that it's a new way to tell the creation. It's a new way, and the verse 5 indicates that this new way is based on the capacity of the creation to procreate, precisely, to continue by itself. For example, this verse is mentioning rains, ho'u, because the rain will help the nature to grow again, and to create, to make grains, seeds, and to procreate. Nemsim niven estuetuot, and every green herb, ente et koi of the lands, of the fields, of the field, or of the countryside. Empaturot had not yet grow. Hijen pikahi on the earth. Je ne empate efnuti ho'u hijen pikahi, because because God had not. Ne empate, there is an imperfect of the meaning not yet. Empate, not yet. So efnuti had, God had not yet. Give rain, ho'u, or rain, literally, but give rain. Hijanipkahi on the earth. Owoni emonromi pe erhobe pikahi. And there had not yet be, there was not a man, Romi, erhobe pikahi, to work the earth, literally, so to cultivate the earth. Verse 6. Umumize esas I epshoi evol chenepkahi owo shas etso emepho emepkahi tirf. Why, in explanation, why there was no rain. Umumidze eshas I epshoi evolchen epkahi owo shas etso emepho emepkahi tirf. But there was a fountain, a source, a fountain, which was raising from the earth, evolchen epkahi owo shas etso, and was giving water, to the surface of the whole earth. While she was watering the whole face, I think it's not the whole face here, it's the face of the whole earth, because epkahi tirf. So literally and precisely was watering, used to water, because it's habitual here, the habitual tense. Shas etso was this source, this fountain, had the use, or was used to water the surface of the whole earth. Verse 7. Owo aifnuti mun kempiromi af ji enukahi evol chenepkahi owo afnifi echun chenpefo en wepnoi en onch owo afshopi en jepiromi evepsiki es onch. And God formed the man. Munk, it's a verb that means to end and to give a form, a determinate to its to determinate, to define, to determinate. Munk, to define, to determinate, to give an end, but also to give a form. So he determinated by form the form of the man. Afchi, here you have an ancient orthograph, an ancient writing for the verb chi, to take, with ganga, but normally it has to be corrected in chima, to be in the standard Bahairik, church Bahairik. Afchi, normally with a chima. Here you have the ancient avji. Avji enukahi evorchen kahi. So he took a part of earth from the earth, because here you have ukahi. I remind you that u, the indefinite article, can introduce a piece of some earth, a piece of, okay. So he took a piece, some earth from the earth, and and he breathed upon his face, he blew in his face, in the face of the man, and a brace of life. And the man, the human, became a living soul. Verse 8. O ai choice efnuti cho enu paradisos echen edem sanimanshai o afko empiromi emav etavsamiof. You can notice that here it's Greek and Coptic. It's not Eden, it's Edem. So we normally, in the Orthodox Church, in the Coptic Orthodox Church, we have to say Edem. Ovo a epchois efnuticho enu paradisos. Again, you find here epchois is coming back. Ovo and the Lord God planted a paradise, a paradisos, a paradise in Edom, eastward, on the side of the rising sun, on the side of the east. Ovo afquem pilomi emav, and he placed there the human, etaf samiov, which whom he had created, whom he had formed, or whom he had created. Verse 9. Ovo aifnuti eresh eshin niven I epshoi chen epkahi. Enkesop esnesof eu horasis nem esnanef evechre nem pieshin ente ep onre chen esmiti empi paradisos nem pieshin ente ep emi ep shifti empi pesnanef nem pipetro u. Here you have something very important and very different than any other Bible, any other version of the Bible. And here you have a formulation, a phrasing, which is not very clear in the beginning of the verse, not very clear in Coptic grammar, Coptic standard grammar. Normally, I think it's not ere, it's esre. So, and God made to grow, to raise, made raise every tree from the earth, raise from the earth, again enkesop, esnesof, eu horasis, to be beautiful, esnesof, eu horasis, for the vision, nemesnanef evechre, and good for the food, good for food, nempi eshinente ep onch, and the tree of the life, genes mitiampi paradisos, in the middle of the paradise, and the tree of the knowledge, pieshinente ep emi, the tree of the knowledge, eb shivti, and pipes nanef, nem pipet ho'u. Here it's very different. It's not that we say usually from the Hebrew the knowledge of the good and the evil, of good and evil. Here it's the knowledge of the change, on the conversion of the change of the good and the bad, of the good and the evil. So maybe it means the knowledge how to change, to reverse, to exchange the good and the evil, which is a bad knowledge because it's a knowledge how to make the bad or the evil good and the good evil, which is inversion, reversion, exchange of the values. Verse 10. Uyarode eshafi evolchen edem entefetso empi paradisos evol emav shaforg eftu enarchi. But and river was going from, stemming from, flowing from Edom, and was watering, so as to water the paradise thence. It was divided. It divided itself in 4 heads, 4 streams, 4 beginning of streams. Archi. Verse 11. Efranenu ai emmoud je fison, faipe fi et koti pkahi tirf. Ne wilat, en e wilat pima ete pinu bemav. The name of one of them was was Fison. That is the one which is encircling, surrounding the whole earth of Evilat, where the land, the place where there is gold. Verse 12. Pinubde ente pikahi ete emav nanef o nare pioni en auan en jeps emav nem pioni en auan en niji. And the gold of this land, of that land, was good, and the stone, the color stone of carbon and gyps, of coal, of carbuncle, of this place, emav, nem, pioni, and auan, and eg, and the stone of emerald. Verse 13. Owo efran empi yaro em mahesnav pe geon, faipe et koti ebkahitirf entenyethavsh. And the name of the second river is Geon, which is the one et koti, faipe et koti, the one surrounding ebkahi tirf entenyethavsh, the whole land of Ethiopia. Verse 14. Owo piyaro em marchomt pe pitigris. Faipe fi esniu evol em pe emso en Assyrios piyaro de emmah. F2 faipe pi Euphrates. And the third river is Tigris, which is the one flowing, going out, literally going out in front of the Assyrians. The one going out facing the Assyrian, in front of the Assyrian, before the Assyrian. The fourth river is Euphrates. Verse 15. Owo a epchois efnuti chi empiromi et afstamiof, owo afkaf chen pi paradisos es referhob owo entef are. And the Lord God took the man, the human being, which he created, whom he created, and he placed him in the paradise, as to so that he may work and he may keep it. Entefare, keep it. 16. O afhanhen enje efnuti, enje epchois efnuti, etot fe nadam, efgo emos je evolchen eshin niven etchen vi paradisos, eke u om evol emmou evechre. And the Lord God commanded Adam, ordered Adam, saying that from every tree etchen paradisos which is in the paradise, you, or thou in the ancient English or classical English, thou shallst eat, you will eat from them, from all these trees, as food. 17. Evolde chen pi eshin ente ep emi e eb shipti em pipes nanef nem pipet ho u en neten u om evolem mof pie ho u de et eten na u om evolem mof teten na mu chen umu. But from the tree of the knowledge of the change empipes nanef nempipet ho of the good and the evil, you will not eat from it, from this tree, but the day that you will tetenauom evolemov, the day that you will eat from it, tetenamu chenumu, you will die in death, in a death. Literally, you will die in a death. So it's an ancient formulation, ancient phrasing to say a special death, a total death, a whole death, a definite death. Tetennamu chen umu. You will die in a death. 18. Owo peje epchois efnuti genanes an ethre piromi shopi emmavat marin samionaf enuvoisos katarov. And the Lord God said that it's not good that the man become, or that the man be, that the man is alone. Maren samionaf enuvoisos katarov. Let us create for him enuvoisos, a help, katarov, according to him. Katarov, according to him, suitable to him. 19. Owo eti a efnuti samio evol chen pikahi, eni sirion tiru ente et koi, nemni halati tiru ente et fe, owo afenu ha adam, afenu ha adam enav, je afnamuti erou genim. Owo ran niven et a adam muti erou, emmof, eve psiki es onch faipe puran. And God had already created from the earth, all the wild beasts from the lands of the field, and all the birds, all the flying animals of the sky. And he brought them to Adam. Enav je afnamuti erou genim, to see what he will call them. O ran niven eta Adam muti erou emmof, evipsikes onch, and every name by which Adam calls them as a living soul, Faipe Puran, it's their name. 20. Owo Adam tiran enitebnowi tiru nemni halati tiru ente et fe nemni sirion tiru ente et koi Adam de empujem voisos efoni emmov. And Adam gave names to all the cattle and the birds of the sky and the wild beasts of the lands, of the countryside. But Adam didn't find a help, Ephoni Emmov, suitable or resembling him, like himself, akin to himself. 21. Owo afnuti hiowi enu esrom en hinim ejen Adam owo afenkot owo afechi enu vit evorchen nefs firowi owo afmah pesma en sarx en tesevio. And God he cast a trance of sleep upon Adam. Uaslam and him, a trance of sleep, a deep sleep on Adam. Owo afenkot, and he went to sleep. Owo afche nuvite vorchen nefes firowi, and he took one of his ribs from his side. Owo afmah besmah and sarx and tesevio, and he filled up this place, its place of flesh instead of it. So the place of the rib which God took from the body of Adam, he filled with flesh, sarx, and tesevio, instead of the bone. Ovo 22. Ovo a eb choice if nuti kut en tivite et afechits evolgen Adam eveshimi ovo af ens ha Adam. And the Lord God built, en tivit et afechits evolgen Adam, the rib which he took from Adam to make a woman eveshimi, or as a woman, into a woman, over offense ha Adam, and he brought her to Adam. 23. Ovo pg Adam G sai tinu ukas evolgen nakas te nemu sarx evolgen takas sarx sai evemuti eros G ti esfimi G et aveci sai evolgen peshai. And Adam said that this one, feminine, this one, sai, tinu now, is ukas evolgen nakas, a bone from my bones, nem usarx evolgen tasarx, and a flesh from my flesh, sai evemuti eros G ti esfimi. This one, feminine, or always yet feminine, sai, evemuti eros G ti esfimi, she will be called woman, G et aveci sai evolgen peshai, because this one she was taken from her husband, out of her husband. 24. Es vefai ere piromi kap efiot nem tefmav en sof, ovo efetomf et efeshimi ovo eveshopi em pesnav ev sarx en uot. Therefore, that is why, SVFI, ere piromi kap efiot nem tefmav en sof, the man will, future, will or shall leave his father and his mother, ovo efetom fet efeshimi, ovo he will cleave, he will be stuck, literally stuck to his wife, and they will become, the two of them, they will become, for the two of them, ev sarx en uot, into an unique flesh, one flesh. They will become for the two into one flesh. 25, which is the first verse of the chapter 3 in usual Bible, but there is in Coptic 25. Ovo navvish emepesnav pe nge Adam nem tefeshimi ovo navshipi anpe. And they were naked. Emepesnav, by the two of them, for the two of them, by the two of them, the two of them. It can be all these meanings. Ovo navvish emepesnav, they were naked, by the both of them. P nge Adam nem tefeshimi, Adam and his wife, ovo navshipi anpe, and they were not ashamed. Renefran emefshot nemepshiri nepipnema iswab unuti en uot amin. En uot amin. En uot amin. En uot amin.